Everyone, welcome to Campbell CLC. We're going to be talking about equity and equality today. Okay, so we're going to learn what the words mean. We're going to talk about the differences, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about which one you would prefer to see in your life. Okay, so we're going to start with just simple definitions, and I want some ideas from the audience. Okay, so raise your hand if you think you know what equality means. Austin.
Does it mean that it is not the same and it's not fair?
Close. That's close, but that's not necessarily what equality means. Anybody have any other ideas on equality?
Maybe it's helping others?
Sometimes. But what does the root word of equal mean? If we're looking just at this root word equal, what comes to mind? Okay?
Like making it be fair.
Making it be what?
Fair.
Fair. That's a good example. What else could the word equal mean? Maybe in math or in something else. What does equal mean? Yes, Jenna?
The answer.
The answer. If I say that 1 equals 1, that means that this number is the same as this number, right? If I say that x equals 1, what am I saying that x is? 1. So equal means for things to be the same. That means that x is the same as 1. Okay? So equality, kind of like Austin was talking about fairness and tame, equality essentially means that everybody gets the same thing. Okay? It means that x is the same as 1, and it means that problem 1 is the same as problem 2. Now, equity, anybody have any ideas on equity?
People get what they need.
People get what they need. Tame?
Not fair.
Not fair. Okay. Kind of the same. Now these words, they're kind of the same. They're not opposites. But I like the thought process you're on. Adeline has a great point. Equity, people get what they need. That's actually spot on as to what equity is. Okay? Now, equality, we're saying that something is the same as something else. In equity, we are saying that something is not the same as something else. Now, both of those problems, where something is the same as something, it still needs a solution. Equity, where something is not the same as something, that still needs a solution, right? So equity is people get what they need. And equality, we can say it means that people get the same thing. Okay? So I need a couple of volunteers. Go ahead and raise your hand if you would like to be a volunteer. All right, perfect. Let's get Austin and Jenna up here. Go ahead and put your piece of paper on your chair. Now, Austin, I want you to reach as high as you can over here on the board. Put your hand all the way up. Okay, right here. That is Austin. Jenna, I want you to reach as high as you can. Okay? That is Jenna. Now, Austin obviously can reach shorter than Jenna, right? So say that there was a marker right here, right? Austin, can you reach this marker? Yep. Jenna, can you reach the marker? Yep. Now, this marker represents something that they both need. Let's say they were trying to solve a problem, like a math problem on the board. They both need a marker, right? They can both get the marker. But what happens if the marker is all the way up here? Austin, can you reach the marker? No? Jenna, can you reach the marker? Yep. So Jenna can reach the marker, right? But it's fair, right? Maybe? Is it fair? Raise your hand if you think it's fair. Dawson?
No, because
No?
Jenna is taller than Austin, so it wouldn't be fair.
Exactly. Does anybody think it is fair? Okay, that's right. Now, is it the same? Did I move the marker for Austin? Did the marker stay in the same place for both Austin and Jenna?
No.
Yeah. In the second example, the marker stayed in the same place, right? Yeah. But that's what equality means, that the marker doesn't move. But if the marker doesn't move, Austin can never reach the marker to solve the problem. Now, if I give them equity, and I give them what they need, I would put a marker for Austin right here. Austin, can you reach that guy? Perfect. And I would put a marker for Jenna right here. Jenna, you can reach that, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's the difference between equity and equality. All right? So you guys, thank you. Have a seat. Let's have a round of applause for our volunteers. Now, if you look at your sheet of paper, I put 2 examples on there. All right? I want you to look at those 2 examples very closely. Okay? Give you 30 seconds to do that. Perfect. Now, picture number 1, can someone raise their hand and tell me what they see in picture number 1? That's this one right here. Aubrey, what do you see in picture 1?
So I see 3 people, and they're on these stools, and one of them can reach the apple on the tree, and the others can't.
Right. Raise your hand if you can tell me what size the stools are. Are they the same or are they different for each person? Jenna?
They're the same.
They're the same. So that, raise your hand if you can tell me if the fruit is the same height or different heights for people. Dawson?
Same.
Same height. And only one person can grab the fruit, right? Do they all get the same thing?
No.
They all get the same stool though, right?
Yeah.
And the fruit is at the same height, right? But can they all get the fruit?
No.
No. Okay, so do you think that that's a picture of equity or equality? Raise your hand. Awesome.
Equality?
Equality. Yep, because they all get the same thing. Now picture number 2. Adeline, can you tell me what we see in picture number 2?
The tall person gets a tiny stool, but the tiny person gets a larger stool.
Yeah, what are they trying to get?
Books.
They're trying to get books. So they both get different stools, right? Is that equal?
No.
No. What do you guys think that is? Is that equality or equity? Go ahead and raise your hand. Aubrey?
Equity.
Equity. Exactly. Now, which one do you think is a better system? Picture number 1 with the fruit, or picture number 2 with the books? Jenna?
Picture number 2 with the book.
Picture number 2 with the books. Exactly. So, if you're at home, I want you to pause the video right now, and I want you to ask yourself the question. What do you prefer, equity or equality? Go ahead and pause the video and think about that.
I would prefer equity because, like Austin said, it's fair. Unlike equality, only one person can get what they need and the others can't.
Exactly. I'll take one more, Aubrey.
I also choose equity because it might not be fair that you have a different size of schools, but it's fair that you can go to each.
Exactly. Perfect. I'm going to leave you with one final quote. Famous person once said, if you tell a fish to climb a tree in order to be successful, that fish will go through life thinking that he is a failure. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.